Robinson and Palmer are at 96. Dale and Boudreaux are at 100. It's a 4-pin difference. And Kylie Robinson will be leading us off here in the second game. We'll see which team is going to be moving on to our championship show in June, Dan.
Yeah, that's a new feature we have this year with the championship team in June. So every time we have a winner, they get to come back for that last show, and it's an opportunity for them to win more gift cards and compete in a format they haven't done before, right, Stephen? Up the ladder format. This should be very interesting for these kids.
Nice ball by Robinson. Dale just sliding by. We're giving you some of Dale's stats.
What this will also do for the kids, just to get back on that last thought, is it will give some of the kids who don't get on our show quite as often a great opportunity when we get to the third, fourth, and fifth roll-off, because the winners can't come back. So we're looking forward to seeing some new faces as the year goes on, Steve.
We sure are, and I'm sure we're going to see some pretty spectacular bowling this season, Dan. Kylie Robinson, we gave you Miss Dale stats earlier. Kylie Robinson's stats. She's an all-events champ, the reigning 2007 all-events champ from Portsmouth. She's finished in the top 3 in the state championship numerous times. She is from Amesbury, Mass, and she has one younger sister. So Carly has some great bowling background. She's been very successful, as well as Miss Dale. And they're both friends. They're both out of the same program, and just as the boys are. After 2 frames here in the second string, Robinson with a pair of 7s for 14. Dale and Boudreaux are at 19. They picked up 5 more pins. The overall lead now is 9. 8 frames remaining. Total pinfall determines today's champ. Hey, Kylie Robinson with a hammer there.
It took a while, Steve, but I think she doesn't mind the wait if the results are going to be that good.
Great big smile on her face there. Very nice young lady. Dale, that would have been a great shot. She just slid by. Nice attempt. That was a tough leave off that first ball on the head pin like that, Dan.
She's been right on the head pin. Just, I mean, that was a very, very tough leave. She's hoping she doesn't see that again. She certainly doesn't deserve it. She's throwing a great ball. And I was noticing the form you talked about with Miss Robinson. It's a very nice form. Very nice follow through, especially.
These young ladies, they've been taught very well by Coach Brown. Nice extension for Robinson. Great ball by Dale. Another tough lead, though, Dan.
Caitlin's really hoping to get something nicer. This one's a little easier than her last lead, but she hasn't looked at that nice single with a piece of wood in front of it yet that we all like to see.
Right on it. Very accurate. Whoa, no luck for Dale. No luck for Robinson either. She was right on the object pin and carried it straight back. Settles for a 6 box. She's at 36 through 4, approaching the halfway point of our final game. They're all tied up, 36 apiece. We had some other outstanding scores in this age group. Danielle Manser, the past champion, was coming 3rd. Kylie Giusepiak, a many-time champ on our show, was at 280. Jen Winiar's last year's champ was 263. And Crystal Ontario was at 252. So this age group saw some fine young ladies out there competing this month. Another tough box ball by Dale there. No luck at all, Dan.
It's a very tough effort, and her bowling doesn't reflect the score that she has. She bowled great. She's going to be sitting down now, probably a little disappointed, but she has nothing to be disappointed in. She bowled great that.
Just the eyes, Katie's eyes are wide open. It's like, what am I going to do to get a break today? Well, she qualified for the show, and she qualified with a great big 337. So we know this young lady can bowl. Now the boys, oh, what a great start by Cody Palmer there with the spear.
Yeah, and Cody and I were talking in a commercial break, Steve. He was telling us how traditionally his bills give him a little trouble. So we gave him a little advice and an opportunity here right in the first box to see if he can improve on his bills a little. Hopefully he can tighten the match up. He's only 4 pins down.
Boudreaux with a great 10 box. Palmer back over to the left. Gets a 3-fill. Spare lead, though. John Boudreaux qualified for today's show with a 131, 110, and a 100 for an outstanding 341. And Cody Palmer, almost as hot, with a 115, 99, and 110 for 324. Boudreaux's been a 2-time All-Events champ at Portsmouth. He's a 2-time state All-Events champ. He's won 2 All-Events titles in Canada. And Jonathan has 1 younger sister. Cody, on the other hand, he's been bowling only 1.5 years, and here he is with us today. His high triple is the 324 he rolled today. He has 1 brother, and Cody says he really likes football a lot. He likes to play it.
Small guy.
Usually those small guys hit real hard, though, Dan.
Yeah, either that or they're the punters. We're missing a couple of Pilgrim's usual competitors in the Cashman brothers, and there's some tiny little kids who pack quite a wall up in football, I hear.
Tough ball by Cody Palmer there. I don't know where Cody Merrill come into the picture. He was with us last year, though. Another outstanding bowler. I don't know what I was thinking about him for, but I was. A 6 box there. That ball that went into the channel and took out 2 pins didn't count. That's a foul. And an 8 for Boudreaux. Boudreaux's still looking for his first mark today.
Yeah, what our I guess you, for lack of a better term, you call them our champs, the ones who are seated higher. What they're showing us here in this game, Steve, is the value of good pinning. They've had terrible leads, both Caitlin Dale and Jonathan Boudreaux. They have 1 mark compared to their opponent's 5, and yet they're actually ahead by 5 pins because of all those 10s. You can't understate the value of those 10s in bowling.
That is correct, Dan. That's been the difference in the match, is the 9s and 10s. Boudreaux trying to hit the wood high. A tough shot. That's not an easy shot. No gimme. Unable to mark again. It's a 4-pin match going into the final box. Anybody's ball game coming down to the final box here, the big finale. Let's see if one of our boys can mark, Dan.
Yeah, Cody's team's going to need a 6 mark if they're going to do it, I think. Jonathan's right in the box.
Boudreaux buried that one, Dan.
Yeah, and it's about time they finally saw an actual leave on this lane.
Whatever team wins this, they're in the championship. Boudreaux with a big clutch spare on the end, all over it, Dan.
Yeah, it was a great shot by Boudreaux. No wood to help him, had hit it clean.
You know as well as I know, when things are going tough, sometimes those singles are very tough.
Right, and his opponent had already made a good shot at his mark, almost pulled his off as well. Very good finish by both of our bowlers.
Nice 9-pin fill on that spare by Boudreaux for a 101 and a solid 201 score for our champions today. The runners-up, Robinson and Palmer, they finished with a 91 with their 96 first string and a total of 187. It was a 14-pin difference in the match, and we're going to see Dale and Boudreaux move on to the championship round. They're more than welcome to join us again, but they'll have to compete in the 15 to 18 age group if we see them. But we're going to go to break, and we're going to come back with the high-low jack worth an additional $50 gift card if it can be made with the first ball. So don't go away, folks. We'll be right back. Good job, guys.